face. It is extremely painful.
And
So what would I need to roll to complete this puzzle? Is that
She
even
didn't
like
expect me to want to do that.
10, 12. Yes! Right there.
that was literally that's the last thing you hit. Hello, Internet. Welcome to our Halloween special. Today we are going to do a one-shot with characters that we don't care if they die or not, but we're going to try to keep them alive. Do y'all want to introduce your characters or?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so I'm going to be Sterling Archer off of the show Archer.
I'm changing my character now. I see chaos coming out of this.
I am an rogue thief. That's what I am.
And I'm gonna be Ron Swanson. I'm a human paladin.
What?
I'm Archie from Riverdale. So, does he have an accent? Does Archie have an accent? I've never watched any Archie. American?
He likes music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Like I looked up. He is klutzy. He can't choose between
Why did you
women.
be someone who you don't
I don't know. This is what my mind only brought me. I was like, I was thinking like, who do I want to be? Instead of Archie.
Ask me!
Then I asked myself again. You know, I really want to be Archie thinking of somebody else. I
You
was
should
like,
be Bane from.
I can do Bane.
And I am the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey, and sky's the limit, and space is this place for Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I'm a barbarian who uses the power of Macho Mania madness, and I'm coming for you, holster. Oh yeah.
10 out of 10.
Found it. Ready for TPK. TPK. Total party kill. Let's do this.
Y'all gonna get yourselves.
Alright.
Alright. So, y'all have heard, because you have heard that this place is the most haunted place in America. And if you manage to take a picture of a ghost, you will get $10,000. So all of you have come and gathered. You posted something on Craigslist that said seeking party team to take pictures of the ghosties. Nobody has been to this place in 10 years. You are standing in front of the caution tape. It looks well worn. What do you do?
The Macho Man is unjustifiably in a position he'd rather not be in right now.
I got football practice early in the morning. We need to hurry this up.
I'm
Is
going under the tape.
this the danger zone? Alright, hold on. What's across the tape, or do I see any traps or anything? Because I'm a thief, so I can unset traps. Or I'm a rogue, and I can do that thing. Anyways.
You look and you just see one large house in the distance with 4 other houses in the neighborhood. You can tell that they appear well worn. Some are cracking at the foundation, some have plants growing over them. But you don't seem to sense any danger.
Okay. Well,
Macho
he said he
Man.
went under the tape, so.
The Macho Man has never even been in danger.
Alright, so when I get on the other side of the tape, does anything happen?
No. In
So-
fact, it seems like there's nothing going on.
I look back and I call out to the Macho Man. Get over here.
The Macho Man has no problem stepping over or under any type of thing.
And you can't sense anything going on. In fact, it just kind of looks like a dead neighborhood.
I also take out my dagger and cut the tape.
Okay. As you look around, you notice that beyond the tape, the grass is dead. Whereas where you just entered from, the grass is alive, green, nice. But it appears the ground here
See
has
that?
dried out long ago.
Does the house to the left have a big hole in it? Is that a cave?
It is.
It is a cave.
I think we should investigate.
Macho Man has not met a cave that he would not like to explore.
Actually, I need all of y'all to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank God. A 16 plus 1, so 17.
Macho Man has 18 plus 3.
I rolled a
Which
19.
is
though.
19, 20, 21.
I got an 8.
Okay, so Archie, as soon as you step over the line,
He ain't even moved.
you are just overcome with this overwhelming fear, and you start to run away.
He is.
You try to go back towards the caution line,
Right.
but it's like you hit an invisible wall.
Okay.
The Macho Man believes the young man has wet himself.
I really want to do an accent too, so when I fall into that,
Archie has an accent.
whenever I ran into this, you saw a split come down the middle. This is a paper tape, yes. You saw just a single split down my face, and it falls apart, and I'm banging, and then I turn around and I go, deception and theatricality.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter who we are.
So there is
How much damage is that
invisible.
Oh my
You've
God. I
actually
can't believe you
taken
fell
no
for that.
damage. Do y'all do anything with the? What do y'all do when he hits this wall?
I was going into the cave. I was not worried about the young man who had football practice tomorrow and apparently had a split, and now, oh my bicep.
This is going to be one less person to share this $10,000 with.
I'm still going into the cave.
Okay.
I'll follow the Macho Man.
But as he transforms,
I'm following it.
But you, why did you think you could leave? Everyone here is flawed. Don't worry, you'll be with me soon. In just 2 hours, I'll make you mine. Forever.
This is something this time, guys.
2 hours? You wouldn't last 2 minutes in the ring with Macho Man Randy Savage. Elizabeth, was that you?
So we're going in here.
Seriously, Macho Man, call Kenny Loggins, because you're in the
That's another show I haven't seen. This is all new to me.
as y'all approach the house, something in the air seems to shift. Suddenly, as you're heading towards that cave, you notice a man covered in blood crawling towards the cave entrance.
I'm taking a picture.
He's going slowly, and he seems to be saying, RJ, RJ.
Should we kill him? I feel like we should kill anybody we see on this side.
No, we're not killing anybody. We're gonna go ask this guy what his problem is and why he's hurt.
And you
So I
notice
would
as
go.
he approaches the wall, the cave, he's been crawling while you've been talking. It appears that he vanishes right at the entrance, and he reverts to where he started and begins crawling again.
So he is.
Must release your bombs to escape the dark.
The Macho Man was performing a sonic elbow on him.
Oh, he's in hell. It sucks for him. I don't know.
What the hell?
Can I do an investigation of the room? Anything else? Can I do like
We haven't went in.
Yes.
Let's
That's why
investigate.
he was dropping. I was waiting.
12 plus?
Let me go on this
I rolled 14.
Now, did you go inside of the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I stepped over into that hole.
And then you notice that as you go inside of the house, you are immediately inside of the living room. And you can see where there are 2 rooms near the back, and you can tell this probably wasn't where a big family lived. you see. What did you roll again?
14.
You see that there is a letter on the table in the kitchen. Oh, dang it. In the living room. I meant to change
It's
that.
alright.
But you also see that there appears to be a tape next to the note.
Talking about the sticky stuff or the mixtape that I dropped against Hulk Hogan?
The mixtape you dropped against Hulk Hogan.
I hope so. You do not have my permission today. Okay. Well, let's listen to it. Let's listen to the tape. Or did we already hear?
You haven't heard it.
Okay, let's listen.
Let's listen
Do we have something to record it on? Will you please stop throwing your dice like that?
I might
Hey,
suggest.
you dropped your dice.
Who throws a dice like that?
I might
Like you
suggest
thought.
that somebody else investigates.
Okay, I'll investigate. Let's see what does my mind tell me it is? Let's see, my investigation is 0 plus 0.
So just roll. Tell me what you
Why is my intimidation -2? I'm very
A
intimidating.
17. You also notice the same thing that Archer does. However, you also notice that under a chair in the living room, there seems to be something poking out of the bottom of
Hey, Archer, look under that chair.
All that does
Is
investigate
it
and
so-
cheer.
it.
He picks it up and smashes it on the
Go.
This is what happens when I don't roll on range.
Okay.
You rolled a 2.
2.
What were you rolling for?
Just to see
Check
what was
under the
under
couch.
cheer.
I'll check.
Or the chair or whatever.
So
Hey,
you
got
thought
a
you
team,
saw
don't
it,
be
but
rolling
you
doubles.
No, I
pull
saw-
your
I rolled
hand
this
under
stuff.
it, and you just feel a rat scurry over your hand.
Can I check the couch for traps? Or the
Yes.
chair, whatever it is.
Check the couch. What did you roll?
You're rolling 1.
I hear the ceiling creaking a little bit.
Alright. So I'm going to have you roll a Constitution check.
12.
As you approach the couch, you are just filled with a sense of dread. But you continue to search the couch. And as you are sifting through it, searching through it, your hand starts to feel awfully cold. As you pick it up, you notice your hand is gone.
Oh no.
Which one?
Your right hand.
What if it's my left hand? That's my grabbing hand.
That's your thieving hand. The one
Yeah, the
that
left hand's always the bad hand.
Now roll an insight check.
7. Hold on. Yeah, plus 0.
So as far as you know, your hand is gone.
Guys, do you or do you not see 2 hands?
I think that means when we split this money up, you get like 1/10 less because you're not even a full person.
As long as I can still hold my cocktail in this hand, I'm okay.
Okay.
Oh, are we playing JoJo now?
You dropped a single drop of wine.
Archer drinks.
I could have searched to see if I could find her hand.
Alright.
Oh, the macho man rolled a 1.
Color number 1.
You're not gonna tell me that I have 1 or 2 hands right now.
As you begin to search the couch, your foot seems awfully cold.
Oh no.
It's chilly. You look down, and your right foot is gone.
I didn't even go to the couch. I went to look for her
Can
hand.
he still stand? Did you fall? Did
Am
you
I still
fall?
standing?
Well, now you're kind of popping.
But so your foot is not only invisible, it is gone. It is null.
I'm gonna look under the couch.
Go for it.
This photo is costing us a warm and a leg.
So since you, since you since you already rolled investigation, as you explore under there, you realize that it is a tape player. It looks like it has taken a little damage. It appears as though somebody angrily threw it away.
Let's listen to tape.
Anybody find my foot?
No.
So I pick it up and I go back to the table and I put the tape in.
Watch them every day. The children will go to the park around 5 o'clock and return home around 6:30, just as it starts to get dark. Everyone is in their home by 7 o'clock. I have found the power box for all of the houses. I'm sorry, Gertrude, but I need to do this. It was better that I killed you before this happened. You won't have to live with the shame of having a husband who did this. I have to know if it will work. If it does, I'll bring you back immediately. All I need is enough of them, and we'll be together forever. Death is only temporary, my love. I'll see you soon.
So he killed a bunch of little kids trying to bring his wife back to life.
Yeah, old Gertrude.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that who we saw crawling?
And beside that, I forgot to get this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the letter that was on the thing.
Yeah, the letter that is on the table.
We are running out of time. Dear Journal, it's been dark for 15 minutes. All I hear are screams. They're next door. Daddy went outside and told me to stay here. I'm scared, but when he comes back, I'll be okay. RJ.
Where did this come from?
Off the table.
So I think RJ is the guy's son that's crawling towards the house.
We should ask him.
Married to Gertrude.
We should ask, hey, you got a mom?
The ghost can't hear you.
Yeah,
He appears to be
RJ.
stuck in a loop where
Yeah.
he's trying to find his son. And he won't get peace until he sees him.
I
Well,
think
you have my permission
Maybe
to
we
die.
should find his son. Or,
there's other rooms in the house, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we should start looking towards the other rooms and see if there's a ghost kid named RJ.
So, we had, there were 2 rooms in the place that we walked into, right?
Yes,
the
let's
house
go in the
upstairs.
one on the right.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to get my foot back?
Alright.
Have y'all looked to see if I have? Can y'all just look and see if we have a foot?
Yeah, that's less money you need.
Anyone want to look at my foot?
I'm on the floor, so.
You look at my foot and I'll look at your hand.
Come on! He's a curse! Die!
So, as you are gazing
Money
very
man is
intently for this hand,
Touch my hopes.
your your eye starts to feel really cold.
Oh, God!
The Macho Man's having a stroke. I can't raise this hand more than this one. I think it's 1843.
How much cocaine?
My
did
little
you get
lifestyle is
before we
catching
came into this house?
Macho doesn't know if it's the cocaine or the onset diabetes because he's down an eye and a foot. The Hulkster must move my blood pressure nuts around. Yeah.
Macho struck him, I'll look into it. Was there anything,
Yeah.
did we find anything in the room?
Your
Rolling.
room did you go
I'm
into?
looking in that room too.
Yeah.
A 9 plus a 2. 11.
Anybody else? You notice that it appears to be a child's room.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And
13 plus
Randy.
1.
13.
For what, investigation?
Yeah.
12.
What did you roll?
You got a negative 1 for investigation.
she rolled an 11 and he
Okay.
rolled a 12.
Anybody else wanna?
Come on! Run.
12. I want to go in this room now.
Okay.
Macho Man calls out.
So y'all don't notice anything particular about this room. You now notice that there is a child's bed that's shaped like a rocket ship. You notice that there is a dresser and a desk right next to each other. There's a whole wall full of comic books.
If there's Batman on him, I take the whole dresser up and just. Your armory will be of great use.
Roll a strength check.
You got an 8.
So as you
A 9.
attempt to lift up the thing full of comic books,
Yeah.
you pull a muscle in your back.
How'd you get life insurance?
Somebody hang a rope from the ceiling.
Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
So there's a bed and then what else?
A dresser with a
Right.
desk next to it and a bookshelf full of comic
I want to
books.
investigate the disc.
Okay.
Uh, 5.
You notice that there's a desk. Looks, it checks out. It's a desk.
That's it. It's a disc.
Alright, I'm looking at the bed. I'm checking out the bed. A 16
The
plus
Macho Man lays in the
2,
bed.
18.
So as in the bed. Okay,
That was
so
17 minus 1.
actually anything with perception is gonna. I'm
Oh,
gonna give you
perception,
a
sorry. No.
well investigation or perception for you, Macho Man, since you have lost one eye. You also suffer an additional penalty. So instead of -1, you have -2.
Oh no. The
But
Macho Man
as-
is too hot to handle and too cold to hold.
As you are running your fingers along the bed, trying to steer clear of Macho Man, because
He flails himself on there while I'm checking it
The
out.
Macho Man's taking a short rest.
you notice that there is a letter stuffed into the mattress.
Dear Journal, oh. I heard Daddy's screams. I want to go help him, but he promised he'd be right back if I stayed here. But I hear someone coming. There's a bunch of letters. IFID, NQ,
Are you having a stroke
RJ.
too?
5, A equals F. Alright, do your circle.
And I will say, for the sake of time, the first letter is a D.
But I think a letter got left off.
Daddy, I'll be waiting in the secret lace.
It should be placed.
There's only.
When he said lace, I was gonna be like, what?
Hold on. Also, well, place is spelled Place. Okay, whatever. We'll say it's a C. Maybe I messed up something there. X. Okay, whatever. As long as it's supposed to be placed, we figured it out.
So now
Oh man! Woo!
I
I am awesome.
I want to investigate his room for a secret place.
Roll investigation.
It's not gonna be in that room. It's gonna be in another room.
I got 5.
You don't see anything.
I'm checking for a secret, like, I'm looking on the floors,
Look
up in
behind
the
the counter.
ceiling, on the walls. 20! Woo!
You don't
Oh,
see
I am so awesome.
There appears to be an iron chain on something underneath the bed.
I pulled the iron chain. I shrunk
It's an iron chain.
Now you got a chain.
That's just
You
it.
can use it as the Hulkster.
Iron chain. Gotcha.
May I just remind you that iron can be used to fight ghosts?
I did not know that.
Man.
Good little bit of info. Okay, so I'm gonna go out here. Should I strangle the ghost? I don't need your input, Paladin.
Just give him a tricky belt.
I'll just rip it with the chain.
Give him a collar and tie him to the wall. Now you ain't gotta worry about crawling.
You're not gonna hurt that poor innocent soul.
What's the ghost? We gotta release him.
Not about beating him.
I bet if he just touches the chain lightly, it'll give him damage. Because iron, I don't know if y'all knew this, but ghosts do not like iron. It's something I just remembered all by myself.
Well, that's
Alright, I go into the other room. I'm going into. You erased the room
Sorry.
with your messed up.
You told me to do a circle. You Here, I'll get the room back. I know what it looked like.
It's $2. All right. I go into the other room. I'm investigating for a secret thing. A 9, an 11.
You notice that the room has, it definitely was an adult room at some point.
Yeah. Oh.
This room has been ransacked and the walls have been torn down. You don't see any other possible place that the child could have hidden in here.
Alright, so I go back into the living room. I'm investigating for the third degree burns. Did you not get
Third degree burns.
I keep rolling that terrible number. That was
Alright,
discovered. It
I'll
was
investigate.
6, so 8.
You notice a sock on the floor.
I don't touch old socks.
I walk in the room right
That's
behind
the new
her,
thing.
and automatically I notice
Ooh,
I got a
12 plus.
13.
You notice that you didn't notice before that there are bloody footprints on the floor of the living room. They led to the living room, from the front door to the living room, to the bedroom, the kid's bedroom, to the father's bedroom.
So now I want to follow these footprints in the bedroom and see where they go.
And you notice the same thing that Archer did. But you can now infer that whoever killed everybody has tore this room apart. They must have figured out the same cipher you did and attempted to find RJ.
They're looking for the secret place.
And you can tell they were not successful.
Alright. He says,
May I remind you that there is one more room.
oh, where's the other room? Oh, this is a terrible map. There's only 3 rooms. It looks like we searched
And
it.
that's why I gave you a hint. I was like, wait a second.
Okay, I draw another room over here. So we're done with this room.
Macho Man still resting over his foot.
Blood.
Luckily, my calves are strong enough to be able to hop for long periods of time.
You're gonna have to even it out by jumping on the other foot.
Alright, I'm going over that room. I'm investigating 16.
Alright, as you are searching, it occurs to you that you've seen children, maybe even talked to one once upon a time. I don't know this show of Archer, but it seems like you guys have seen it.
He has a child.
Oh, okay. You remember your child.
Or I have a child, thank you very
Oh.
much. Her name is...
That's about right. That's about the exact right.
Archie Jr.
You
AJ.
remember that
AJ, that's right.
when they were young, they liked to crawl into cabinets. So you search from cabinet to cabinet, and you see the body of a child. It has long since
Oh.
rotted away, but you see a skeleton with clothing on it. And you can infer that the son didn't move from the secret hiding place until he starved to death.
Oh. Guys,
Is there any more like
what are we gonna do about this?
See if there's anything useful.
Useful where?
In the
On-
cabinet
Alright.
where the dead child is.
Alright, should we take the bones and set them in front of the ghost dad
Damn couple.
to see if maybe
Thank you.
that will bring them back together?
Yeah.
Alright. I pick up the bones.
Do you still search the cabinets?
Well, yeah, he's
Yeah.
okay, my bad. I'll jump
What do
in.
I need to roll? Investigate?
Investigation.
I got that 18.
So, as you are searching around, and luckily Archer has picked up the bones already, you feel 2 containers of salt.
I'm taking the salt.
Have so much salt.
Ooh.
Salt has powers over the undead, doesn't
Keeps
it?
out the demons.
Yeah, it's for like when you make a circle, make a summoning circle.
Where are y'all going? You still sleeping?
Yeah,
I'm still asleep in the bed.
we're gonna go outside to where the ghost is crawling and sit.
You are sleeping during this mission.
I'm trying to get my foot.
So I'm going to need roll a Constitution check.
Oh no!
You're about to have a bad room. Well, he's got the roller, right?
Me?
Yeah.
18 plus 3, 19, 20, 21.
Alright.
Even in my sleep.
So you just continue to sleep. Nothing disturbs you. You felt a little teeny chill, but
Nat 20, right?
he rolled a 21.
Good. Alright.
I got to sleep. No.
So
You're
in the meantime-
sleeping. You are not getting this money.
So,
Alright, well.
Andrew, do you go with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So as y'all carry the bones out, what do y'all do with the bones?
I thought we were going to set them in front of the dad.
Okay, just wanted to check. So you set them in front of the dad, and the dad stops crawling. And he's silent, and you see him wrap his arms around
Aw.
RJ. And for the first time, he seems to notice you.
I asked him what happened here.
I don't know.
Did you kill everyone?
No. All the lights went out, and the screaming started. I was shot by the man that lives in the house with the vines.
I knew we should go there first.
Thank you. I'm going to give you a gift.
Yes.
You snapped me out of this. I'm going to gift you with parlay. And he vanishes. But you have an inside just Archer, Ron Swanson, and is he Bane or Archie? He's Bane.
Bang, yeah.
And Bane can now talk to ghosts.
He's not sleeping. Don't shoot your hand.
While he's asleep, I think we should go investigate his big house.
That's the ink.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we probably need some more stuff in these houses. Even though I really do want to go there. But let's go. Alright,
You
we're
do
going
have
this.
more time that you can do it later.
Well, I'm going over. I'm walking down the street.
I'm
I'm
following
sitting in front
her.
of this house. And
Which house?
that one.
That was a store.
And whatever, store, whatever, and I'm doing an investigation check. A 10 of my surroundings.
So you notice that this used to be a home, but it could easily double as a store if somebody so chose to renovate it. Does anybody else roll investigation?
Hey, I'm gonna wake up. Oh, you can now talk to ghosts.
Oh no! You think the darkness is right? Let's see. So I rolled a 14.
Well, you notice that in the doorway, not in the door, but kind of to the side of it, there's another tape.
I get it. Let's play the tape.
Put it in a corner.
It will have a secret
The
to
miser
his armor.
man brings the tape player from the other house, figuring the party might need it. My rope skills are gonna be very good at the end of the day.
Because you are hobbling along on one foot.
Off balance, on balance.
Yeah, there you go. It doesn't matter. So what I got
That's
out,
terrifying.
what I got out of that tape was a guy popping balloons at a birthday party. Yeah, I think that's
What was
it
that
is.
thing?
What?
What was that?
It's just a simple man popping balloons at a birthday party. Fear is the number one thing you will feel. So yeah, I said somebody's getting shot. He killed all the kids in the park, all of them.
I guess so. Alright.
So we got a mysterious
Yeah,
shooter.
why are these houses like we're looking down? but
I'm
these
going in
houses.
the
I asked if y'all would notice that.
I said they would.
That's my sense of perception.
I've been unwell.
I'm going in the house.
I choose to follow.
I'm going to, baby.
That's all.
You're already in the house.
Let's go.
What?
I was already in the house.
You were in the house before we even knew you were in the house.
I came in the back door.
Alright,
Hold on, I need to make a
Come on.
percentile throw.
I'm doing a stealth. I'm sneaking into the house.
Okay.
Where do you play the tape inside the house?
I got a 14.
Alright. So you sneak inside of the house. You can tell nobody has been in it for a very long time. You can see that this house also opens into the living room. There's a foyer on the side. And you see 3 doors to your left. And you see a kitchen in front of you. It's kind of an open concept living room kitchen. And I'm going to roll. Let me roll again because that sucked. I mean, it went under this. Alright. And you don't have any encounters.
The macho man would like to check behind door number 3.
Door number 3. Okay. Do you open it?
I do. I bust through it. I kick it
Make a strength check.
in. 6+.
You did a jump kick with your 1 foot. You're
Yeah, I'm
fucking
hoping
awesome. You went bump.
6 plus what?
Wait. I gain an advantage on strength checks and saving throws. I have an advantage automatically. 6 plus 2 plus my advantage.
What's your advantage?
Yeah.
Just says I got an advantage.
I'm macho man. I always have an advantage.
Well, unfortunately, you are at disadvantage because you have 1 leg. I mean, 1 foot.
So what is that?
Wait a minute, there's no way to know how much power is in my 1 leg. Comparatively speaking, my 1 leg has more than 8 of yours.
So you attempt to kick the door, but you hit it with your little nut instead. So your foot doesn't make contact. So the door kind of caves in a little bit, but it doesn't break down.
I try to kick it again.
I form my little legs up into a lock pick and I'm floating in midair. Yeah.
16.
You kick the door in.
Oh,
It doesn't splinter, but it does get a little loose from its hinges, but it's still holding on.
That's right. All doors from here on out shop here. First time.
And in this room, you can tell it was a master bedroom. There is a
There's only one
master.
master in this bedroom. That's the macho man.
Power
There. There is. The bathroom has long since caved in, and you can tell there will be nothing in there. The master bedroom has a bed that has collapsed in on the middle, and you also see a fireplace opposite of the bed.
Macho man would like to investigate the fireplace.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
You want to lay in this bed?
For 13, you notice that there are 2 iron tools by the fireplace.
Ooh, you better grab
Oh yeah, we need all our money.
The macho man always carries a steel chair. He doesn't need iron tools.
Okay, well, I'm taking the iron
The
tools.
macho man will grab them just in case.
I will say that only iron is effective against ghosts.
Yeah, I think he was out the room when you said that.
Oh, okay.
So we are.
Right,
I guess you
right.
could say we're creating ourselves an allegory. It will be of great use to us.
Psychic types are also effective against ghosts.
I don't know why, but Macho Man saying saving throw just seemed like the most natural thing in the world. Like somebody runs at Macho Man, he's like saving throw.
I take the 2 iron pieces and I also take a nap in this bed as well.
cocaine doesn't last as long as it used to.
I want to go in room number 2. While
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. 19.
In room number 2, you see that this was also a child's bedroom. There are bunk beds. And you see that all the toys are aligned in according to color and size. And there is an unfinished puzzle left on the floor.
Let's finish the puzzle.
Is there anything in the room? I call out.
We must start with the edge pieces.
I call out. Is there anything in the next room?
No.
Describe to me what's in the next
Nothing.
room. Bang!
Deception and theatricality.
Is there anything in the next room?
And nothing but the unfinished work of Ra's al Ghul.
I don't believe him, so I'll rush into the room.
It's
You're
just
asleep.
a danger zone.
You're asleep. You can't just rush
The
it.
Macho Man sees the bunk beds. The Macho Man takes the top bunk. Macho Man is now asleep.
He's gonna take naps and everything. That was
So what would I need to roll to complete this puzzle? Is that
She
even
didn't expect me to want to put you in that box.
I'm going to say roll a performance.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got +2 on that. Because I am awesome.
I got a 15.
What did you get?
What do you think?
So, Miranda,
I failed miserably. I'm lying.
This is
They won't
definitely
go
a,
together.
this is definitely a
She's put
Halloween
all the
special.
quarter pieces in the middle of the puzzle.
Why will this be spent?
Oh, it's difficult for the
I
uninitiated.
sat here an hour and I got this puzzle.
I'm
That's a Dorito.
It appears your mind was the food.
so as you were sitting there, you were just so frustrated. I mean, you held a Dorito at first. You don't know how long. You're kind of concerned that Dorito lasted for 10 years, and nothing seems to fit. Nothing. You're so frustrated, and suddenly you get scared. So scared. You're now terrified of puzzles.
That's
Terror. Puzzles.
But it's
That's
okay.
an
I rolled a 15.
unbeatable puzzle. I deem it unworthy of my awesomeness. I'm done.
Don't trust how.
Wait, you rolled
I didn't hear you, Johnny. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
And
a
Ron Swanson
Ron, not John.
is looking at you, kind of like, come on, son. And he is completing the puzzle with no issue.
You're welcome.
What's the puzzle look like when upon its completion?
Upon its completion, you see the cutest kittens you have ever seen.
Oh.
And they terrify you.
I hate them kittens.
Alright. So
They're made
now,
out of little pieces.
now I want to investigate the bunk beds.
Yet again, Randy's over there going.
I don't know why you didn't stay in the first room and finish investigating the first room.
There was only a
I
fireplace.
rolled a
I
13.
slept in the bed.
You notice
Let's
that
get to bed.
the beds are immaculate. Except you are kind of concerned that Macho Man is yet again in another bed.
When was the last time you guys sleep, man?
I found a ghost and he's dressed really weird. And his muscles are enormous.
So nothing in the bed. Do you want to look at the toys? That's all we got.
Yeah, it is.
I got two.
Nothing's up with your toys.
No time for playing games.
Okay, I bust up out of that room because I'm done with puzzles and they're sneaky, going together edges, and I'm going to room number 18, baby.
So that's the kitchen. You notice that there is a note on the fridge.
Let's get all the notes. I'm awesome. Hey, honey, I went out to get milk. Stephanie is playing with the Brigman kids at the playground. She'll be trash.
Dexterity fail.
There's a honey-do list on the fridge. I'm not doing it.
What's in the fridge? I want to investigate.
Let's get some more salt.
We rolled a what?
4.
A 4? You look in the fridge and you don't see anything.
Check the egg carton in the fridge door. There's got to be something there.
I'm investigating it. 12.
You notice that there.
13. Because I got +2.
You notice that there appears to be a bowl of apples.
Ooh, Macho Man smells apples.
He wakes up.
Vegetables are an important part of the Macho Man's day, yeah! The Macho Man decides to eat an apple. Dead.
Oh no.
I hope you had a backup character.
As you eat the apple, your mouth feels very cold.
Ironic, isn't it?
And suddenly, you know, your teeth, they feel awful.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, no!
What a lovely voice.
Why do you bring his real life nightmares into this Halloween scenario?
You're quite attached to your teeth, aren't you?
Macho Man, this is not on you right now.
So what do y'all do?
I feed him another
Can't
one.
look at my
Alright, how about this? Try vomiting. Vomit up the apple, you say.
Ooh, yeah!
All I have to do is think about the upholsterer's biceps.
Not even be.
Medicine? No, not medicine. No, survival. Survival.
Okay.
-3.
Oh my god.
He died in the 60s.
Alright, I got 14.
14, your teeth stop falling out, but you've lost some.
What happened?
Do you do anything else?
Let's save those apples. Maybe we can convince someone to eat them.
I want to investigate the rest of the kitchen for anything useful.
I start cooking one of the apples and
There's no power.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I got a 13 on investigation.
So you don't notice anything in the cabinets, but you find yourself really curious about Macho Man's mouth.
Give me them teeth, boy.
When me first time.
It feels as though something's compelling you to knock the rest of his teeth out. Roll a
I got a bag.
roll a Constitution.
Is this about the tooth fairy?
Where, hold on.
Spell it. Hey, right here.
Okay. It's not looking good for you, bud. I rolled an 18 and I have a -2, so 16.
All right, you barely restrain yourself from punching the rest of his teeth out.
Let's flip that.
Macho Man allows him.
You need to be able to show other people that you can withstand the incredible amount of pain. And then just put the teeth on us.
So,
Is there anything else in the kitchen?
we didn't investigate the living room.
Alright, yeah, let's go into the living room and investigate that. I got a 10.
You do not notice anything.
I have an 11.
You do not notice anything.
Macho Man rolled a nat 20.
He did.
You notice that there is a ghost hiding under the couch.
You need to tell one of us so we can talk to that guy.
And she is locking eyes with you.
This must be the Stephanie who went out to get.
The Macho Man steers
Or the
back
daughter
into
that was
the
out in the
abyss.
playground.
And he.
She appears
Yeah.
threatened. She rises and takes a step towards you.
I want to rush in and try to calm her down because I can talk to her.
Okay. What do you say?
Please don't kill him. I didn't mean it.
He was staring at me.
He only has one eye and he can't help it.
How are you understanding her?
She's a ghost. She speaks English. There's not ghost speak.
I hear nothing but screams.
Can
This
you
is true.
Can you tell us what happened here?
That's all I hear. How are you making this?
Can his ears go away next?
Take away his biceps, make him really suffer.
Oh no! My pythons!
Well, I was going to get something for dinner,
What's she saying?
and someone came in. I tried to get away, but I'm sorry, it's also, I can't remember. I'm waiting for someone to,
Was it a man with a gun?
it was.
Who are you waiting on?
I was waiting on Stephanie. And then he came in. I couldn't see very well. All the lights just went out. Everything. I need Stephanie to come home.
So we need to go to the store to find Stephanie.
Do you think it's Stephanie with an I or a Y?
Which one of these do you think is a store? Because they are only from the top.
Why haven't we went to the playground yet?
Is that the playground?
Yeah, this is the
That's a
place.
pool.
But I think we need to go to the store
Didn't she say she'd go to the store?
to
Not
get
loud.
bread.
The Macho Man would like a sandwich as well.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I lied. Stephanie is playing with the Brigman kid at the playground. So
Exactly as Macho Man foretold.
we're going to the playground.
The Macho Man calls
You want to
investigate
borrow
the
something
carousel.
It's trash.
Oh, I'm getting on the slide.
That is not what they
I never had fun as a child.
Rat
Now I have
playground.
my permission to have a good time.
So as you approach the playground,
Investigation.
you see that the children are playing. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you see the children reliving their deaths again and again.
I holler out Stephanie
Thank you.
and see who looks.
One child.
Oh, baby.
You are not. You are ruining my good time. With your strange name.
Which one of you?
You can't talk to me.
You see a child with pigtails seems to snap out of it. And she looks at you and runs towards you and hugs your legs.
Can I pick her up and carry her back to her house?
Yes.
I choose to do that.
You can carry ghosts now.
Don't talk
He's
to
a
me.
paladin.
The Macho Man's gonna get on the carousel.
I'm moving to the swings.
I'm gonna take Stephanie back.
I'm going with one because these two crazy people are on a whole other level than I am.
Y'all need to be investigating this playground, but
Really?
right now I'm gonna take Stephanie back to her mom.
And you
Question.
still see two children
Did y'all do the
that are
shooting?
stuck in a loop.
How the story's going. Y'all are clearly mentally ill and need
The The Macho Man pushes him on the swing.
No prison can hold me.
Is the swing made of iron? Can we take the iron chains?
I never saw the sight of fun, but I was a man.
So as y'all return to the house, the child runs into her mother's arms. The mother looks up and says, "Thank you." And she leaves, but you
The
notice
Macho Man
where
runs Peter House. The Macho Man runs
She's Bane into the sand.
Macho Man pushes Bane as he runs and puts his head under the seesaw. I run back to the house.
And he really
I'm gonna take my
his
first.
arm in there.
I could not crawl out of this pit. I think I'm gonna let my character take a nap this time.
well,
He passes out under the seesaw.
and where she once stood, there is a silver cross left behind.
I take the cross.
I can't talk to ghosts now. I thought I'd be able to talk to
No.
ghosts if I ran back. Do I get anything?
No, you're too evil.
The Macho Man is a dude.
Alright, let's go to this place with the pool. Maybe this is the Brigmans.
Well,
Hold on.
there's 2 more kids at
The
the.
Macho Man wants to investigate the playground still.
Kids at
The Macho Man wants to investigate the playground still. And he goes back to wake up. I
Alright.
investigate the playground still.
I'm just going.
Alright, what did you roll?
19.
You see
Uh-oh.
that there are...
Do you want me to flip this another time? Because this is only an hour, right?
Yeah.
It's almost time. We gotta
Oh, hey, don't be shaking it. Whoa,
I
now.
thought that it was... Okay.
Cheater, pumpkin either.
So you notice, you see where the children are dying again and again. And you notice the bloodstains from where they had died. That's what you notice. They're still caught in the loop.
Pumpkin either.
So you notice, you see where the children are dying again and again. And you notice the bloodstains from where they had died. That's what you notice. They're still caught in the loop.
Alright, I rolled a 19 for this investigating the front of this house with the pool.
That house with the pool?
With the black pool. It's got mold and mildew in the back of it.
And
clearly.
So are you on the inside of the house or in
No, I'm right
pool
on like
area?
the out. I don't know if it has a porch or not, but I'm right at the front door.
Alright.
Because of the poor drawing skills of whoever made this
I'm
map.
right. I'm right on
I-
the bottom step.
It was me. It was me.
I just don't understand why you
While you go over
I
there.
was ill. I just
you
wanted
ride on medicine on golf.
I wanted us to have a good time. I just did.
It's just him.
So you notice that this probably was a 2-person starter home.
No, I'm
But that's what you can notice from the outside.
Okay.
I choose to go in.
Alright. You notice that somebody must have just contacted the same designer for all these houses. It is an
Most-
open concept. You see the living room, kitchen, and dining room all in a row. You see a kind of sitting area that has collapsed in on itself, part of the roof has caved in. So you know there would be nothing there, and you see a master bedroom.
The Macho Man is in the house and he now goes to the Macho Man.
He takes a nap.
I want to check this house out while you're gonna check that.
Alright, hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my tranquilizer gun on Macho Man.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Good.
What
The Macho
is-
Man needs a good nap.
What's your armor class?
16.
It's not effective.
He's gonna go to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I just want him to stay asleep longer.
I'm gonna look around the outside of this house.
What are you gonna investigate this master bedroom?
No,
or are
he's
you
just
gonna
sleeping.
go to sleep?
The Macho Man investigates the bed.
Investigates the bed. Roll investigation.
17.
You don't notice anything.
The Macho Man lays down.
You're like 2,000 pounds.
Actually, it was a 16 because you gotta subtract one.
Well, I want to investigate this first room, the living room that we're in.
The living room? Okay.
And I rolled a 19 plus 1, so that's a 20.
So in the living room, you notice a whole bunch of bottled water.
That's our house.
Like frisbees for plates.
Nothing else. That's it.
Not like a couch or anything.
You just said the living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Actually, you know what? Just for the sake of time, I will say that you notice another tape.
alright.
Well, let's listen to it.
I want to listen to this tape.
The Macho Man has the player.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
He doesn't like the share.
While he's asleep, the thief is going to go.
I'm gonna go get it from him. 8 plus 9, 17.
What?
There's plus 9 for my stealth.
Alright, so
Ooh,
That's a lot of hand, not
she's a Roger.
it's still just to get into the room without waking you up. Alright, and so you successfully get the tape player.
I'm sneaking out. Yeah, because I am awesome.
I'll cover you.
Alright. And do y'all play the tape?
Yes.
The Macho Man wakes up and snaps into a Slim Jim. With a 16 snapping in a Slim Jim player. He comes to listen and drink a bottle of water.
And you don't hear this, Bane.
Yeah,
Because you're about to investigate the other house. And I will note that when you split up, once you finish investigating or at a time and determine it's a good place to stop, we'll switch over to him and y'all cannot go over to the house.
Okay.
Because he's investigating at the same time y'all are.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Just
The darkness is my ally. I can see you here, Mr. Wayne. Your armory will be of great use to us. Tell us what this is, Dr. Pavlov.
It's a neutron bomb.
My arm has been torn to shreds, so I don't know if my blood will ruin the process, nor do I know what will happen to the dog's blood. The mongrel was loyal to its family. To the very end, he stood between me and them. Almost made me stop, really. But I need at least 20 souls. 10 for me, and 10 for Gertrude. Nothing else will suffice. I have just a few more houses to go.
The Macho Man wishes to check the backyard for the dog. He would like to help it. He takes pity upon the poor mutt.
so as you go into the backyard, roll for initiative.
Five.
3. No, 8.
8.
We gotta roll again. Oh wait, you rolled an 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can attack first, but as you enter the backyard immediately, this dog is on edge. And you can tell the minute you make a step towards it, it is going to attack you.
My tranquilizer gun. But
Macho Man's a master animal handler.
Do I hear a barking, Ron? Do you hear a barking?
It's kind of faint. It sounds like it's far off.
Turn your back to him.
The Macho Man begins to unwrap a Slim Jim.
Did you have Slim Jims?
The Macho Man has Slim Jims.
Let me see your inventory.
It doesn't have everything on it.
Write in crayon plus 1. And then
It's right there in his inventory. It was always there.
in crayon.
Roll persuasion. A nat one.
Yeah.
You get your hand. Just have it. 1 foot.
That like Slim Jim falls out of your hand and impales your foot. You're like,
My good foot! Now I cannot hop any down any longer.
bring the tranquilizer. I yield.
So as you are reaching out with the Slim Jim, the dog goes on the offensive. And this is kind of a ghosty dog as well. And it attacks your whole arm, and you take.
His teeth
Let
cannot
me roll
pierce the
again.
bicep of the
Yes,
Just give me the dice
Break your
tray.
teeth, you will!
Give me the dice tray, wherever it is.
You're gonna be in pieces.
The dice
This reminds me of the cage match of '89.
Up to 1 foot and I teeth and my.
Oh, and you take 6 damage.
The Macho Man needs another deal.
So I'm
We hear
gonna.
him screaming.
Yeah, we're here
Go
to
out
experiment,
there.
and we're gonna rush into the backyard.
Alright.
Do we need to roll?
I really do, like, I have a tranquilizer gun that I put in my inventory. Because that's what Archer has. Like, I actually looked up his weapons that he has, but I'm not sure of the stats because
What
it's
is it?
not on D&D and Beyond.
Would it affect ghost though?
Have a
Oh,
You
yeah.
can
That's
do
what
it
I was
like-
about to
Okay,
say,
yeah,
but you could replace the gun with a bow and arrow.
The Macho Man
The
is
mini
good.
crossbow.
I do have a crossbow.
Yeah,
I
the
have
mini
a crossbow.
crossbow, and it had in the D&D world was a mini crossbow. It
Actually,
had
have a
sleep
logo.
poison on it.
So the dog, does 19 hit?
Yes.
The dog comes towards you, takes a bite.
So
Did
we
you
don't
take
need
4
surprise
damage?
jump on him?
No, because he was already in battle.
Oh, okay.
So y'all roll
So how
to
much
see
should
who
I take?
bites.
Sorry.
4.
4. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe it's cold outside.
And may I just remind you, y'all can talk to ghosts.
I want to try to calm the dog.
I go.
I'm like, come here, boy.
You can't.
You can't talk because you were asleep.
Wait a minute, can a dog understand human? But he can understand.
But he can't
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
I do.
I want to call him. a
You
good
ain't got
boy.
2 hands.
Huh?
I want to call him. a
Yeah, one
good
said I
boy.
lost my hand.
Good boy.
Yeah, tell him. Calm down.
Roll persuasion.
Tell me he's the best of boys.
19.
19.
And he begins wagging his tail.
I want to extend my hand out and try to let him sniff my hand.
He sniffs your hand.
Then I'm gonna try to scratch his neck.
And this dog just collapses into your hand.
I want to adopt this dog.
Does he have a collar?
He does.
Can I tell which house he's from?
You can tell that
He's in
he
this
is
house,
from
we just heard
this
the tape.
dog. And you can, like you said from the tape, he died protecting the 2 owners of this house.
Alright, we need to talk to him. Tell him, can you show us where your owners are?
And he looks at you and he begins to run towards the playground.
I choose to follow him.
Let's go.
Follow as well. This would be a good time to leave.
I do not see the one with the mask. Where is
Do
he?
you want to swap over to
And I need to retroactively say I made a mark on this because I left on the map so the house is at my apartment. And so I tried to make them again real quick.
You see each one.
There was in fact another children's bedroom in that house. So I'm sorry, players. I mean, I'm sorry, internet audience. Whatever. And so the dog runs immediately to the children. and the children snap out of their loop.
Oh, okay.
They hug their dog and begin crying. As they vanish, you have gotten an item called Holy Tears.
I mean, you can't get everything.
She's holding my stuff too.
Yeah, I'm holding
The
his
Macho
stuff.
Man wants the holy tears because he has the crying doll.
This is a powerful weapon that will do, that can do at least 50% damage. You have to roll to see if it will do 50%.
Who do we know? How do we know who gets it? We all three are there.
You might want to rock, paper, scissors it. It looks
Can
like
we
you're
roll?
doing.
Can we roll?
Oh, but you're missing some. No, she's missing her hands. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Jose, to be honest.
20.
Someone has the crying doll for a reason. I'll take the holy tears. Your tears are not enough to saturate this towel.
And while you are doing that, it is time to see what Bane is finding in the other house.
I'm breakdancing in the middle of the town.
Wait, what did the Holy Tears do?
50%
They have
damage.
an
If you would have been
opportunity.
paying attention, you would have known, but instead you were too focused on other things. And that's why you should not be in charge of the equipment.
You have to roll to see if you do 50% damage.
Okay.
And
See?
you are
I'm
in
on the outside of the house.
outside of the house.
Take the holy tears.
I'm gonna investigate
You don't
around.
deserve them to
I'm just
take
gonna
it.
kind of get a better look at the house.
I got the crying doll with all the tears.
What do you roll?
I got a 19.
So
13. I'm the glasses. So look, I got a 13. I'm looking outside the house. What do I see? What's the house look like?
So you got a 13. You do notice that there is an axe leaned against the front of the house.
Okay, I'll take the axe.
All right.
Okay, I knock on the door. Mr. Wayne.
You don't hear anything.
I knock again.
You don't hear anything.
Just wanted to be polite. I open the door.
And you notice that this actually isn't a house. It is a church.
Oh. Alright, so I look around the church. I investigate church. Like what I can see, like in my
15.
15 walking into a room. What do I see about this church? What does it look like?
As you are investigating the church, you see 3 vials of water. You notice that they have a label on them that says holy water.
Okay.
You also notice that there is another tape.
Okay, so I got a plus 1 axe. I got plus 3 holy waters. Yeah, and I got a plus 1 tape. Okay. I go up to the podium and I look at it. Like, do I see anything on the podium?
Roll for an insight check.
I got 2.
And the ghost repeats, I just wish I could help somebody. And I think you asked me, his name was Ralphie.
Okay.
Well, we called him Ralphie.
So Ralphie killed all the kids and the priest.
And
Do you know where Ralphie
adults.
lives?
Ralphie, he lives at the house on
That's
the
how
end
this
of the
goes.
block.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought that belonged to Poison Ivy.
I hope you get controlled by Poison Ivy. And you'd be like the Bane from Batman and Robin here. Just,
Alright, so
Why
I'm...
are you
Oh, it was uneven. Sorry.
Alright, so...
Make it out faster, why don't you?
I feel like I'm done in here now. Like, no, I have things to give. So I
I
tell
feel
everybody what I
like
got.
It has to be
since
something
we
in the
got
middle.
something from every house.
Thank you.
We're all meeting up now in front of this house. Let's investigate the front.
Hold on, we need to listen to the tape.
We didn't listen to it yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's
Here's
listen to it.
that tape player. It was stolen.
Give me the tape.
I lay my hand softly on her shoulder and I said, does this make you feel shy?
Yes, it does.
You are pure.
And finally,
I came back to the loop
to find Davis crawling back towards his house. I finished him off,
and
and
then
then
went
went
to
to
find
find
you.
the child.
Someone with a door
that
that
seems to be encoded.
No
No
matter.
matter.
I'll
I'll
find
find
him
him
eventually.
eventually.
And if I don't, well,
Well,
I'll have all eternity ready to find another soul.
I think we should investigate this big house.
I think we should be on the lookout for a man and a woman. Ooh, is he possessed?
I got an 18. That was really.
Is anyone not concerned about this?
And this is where I asked, do you want me to continue being descriptive, or did y'all want to draw up the map?
Yeah, we can throw it up.
We're in there. We're in the house.
Alright,
I got this, because I am awesome. Let's get
as
this over with.
you walk in, you
So I can
notice
get
that
back to
you're
work.
in the foyer, and you notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feet down from the top, there is a wall.
So like 6 blocks.
No, 6 feet down.
Okay.
My down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. And it just extends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's good. It extends there, and you notice a wall to your left, and it extends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half.
So,
To your left, right here. It goes up.
Oh, okay.
Did you find anything in the place that you searched?
I got only water of an axe and an armory, which will be of great use to us.
And you also left a ghost priest
I did.
to wander eternity.
there's no
That's fine. He's in a good place. He's in the church.
You could let him help you.
I am lawful evil.
All right.
I don't have to do
That
it.
is true. So
Sin
you got to take care of
is-
us.
I don't. Really don't.
You are in a just kind of living-ish area where they entertain guests, but you don't see a TV or anything. And I need all of y'all to make a Constitution saving throw.
I can't find my dice.
Got a 3.
6.
You got one?
I got a 1.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
There's so. This is definitely a cursed game right
Oh
now. Yahtzee.
16.
All
right.
What's your saving throw modifier?
Where do you see that at?
Right up here.
Advantage on dexterity against.
No, these numbers. Saving throw modifiers.
Plus
Oh
5.
my god. Plus 6 to whatever. So you got like, what is that?
Okay.
You got like 20. You got 22.
Alright, so you just suddenly notice that Archer, Ron Swanson, and Bane look a little scared.
I fear no man.
You notice that they start screaming, and in y'all's point of view, the ceiling has suddenly collapsed. And as far as
Oh,
you know,
can I do a dexterity saving throw?
That's
I do a saving throw.
Alright,
Huh?
alright.
Sure does.
Do you try to jump away?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm dexterous. So 4. Hold on. Plus 6. I got, what is that? 10.
He got dexterity plus 6.
You fall, but you are
Constitution plus 6?
within the range of the ceiling.
Okay.
What about y'all? Do y'all try to jump out of the way?
No, I try to catch a piece.
I'm like, just hang
I try to catch a bit of the ceiling so I can break it over my knee.
TPK minus 1.
I got a 6.
Alright. So, the ceiling falls on all of you. Did you do anything,
I try to break.
Macho Man? Did you call out to them and ask?
He tries to break the air over his knee.
No?
I noticed that they're scared. I offered them the cry. And I asked, can I help?
Alright. And so that was after the thing fell?
That was before.
Before?
Whatever you say. You're
Well, okay, well, you three, you believe that you are dead. Make a... Would that be the survival?
Forget the glass, give me the picture. For I'm a sinner in the hands of an angry God. Bloody Mary among God, blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen.
So y'all make
That's what I
a
That was beautiful.
survival throw. Yes.
Y'all are dead.
I got an 18.
Okay, so you're
19.
still alive. You're still alive. Bane,
I left you to die.
you have suffered a heart attack and you are dead.
It is extremely painful.
You
I died? Really? Oh.
died.
3-way split.
Yeah, baby. Man.
I will never live to see Ra's al Ghul's dream. Can I become a ghost?
I'm sorry, what's that? I can't hear you. Awesomeness.
Maybe it's cold outside.
I was gonna say, can we burn him that way you don't become a ghost?
Like I call his mask. Dibs on the mask.
I take his holy water off of his body because we don't need it.
I take his axe.
How dare you? That's great, my body.
We split the holy water 3 ways.
Alright, let's do this. Let's keep going.
Can you become a ghost? Just to follow us around in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't.
If it doesn't work with the story.
No, I know that. He
Oh, no,
died.
I was
He died.
gonna say no, but I'm trying not to give stuff away.
He
Oh,
died.
okay.
He died.
I died.
He
Alright.
died. He died.
Nah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Alright.
Right.
Bend him back into the door. Smart as fuck.
Which way do y'all go? Because remember, it is dark, so you kind of have to move forward to see if there's any more.
I want to go.
Macho Man shines a light.
Alright, so you notice that if you continue to go forward, you're going near something that looks like a kitchen. And you notice to your left, there is a hallway that is 20 feet wide and to the rest of the house long. So did y'all go straight into the kitchen?
Which one's the kitchen?
This
This
big
one, right? This whole thing?
I say we stay together from here on out.
Yeah.
Let's go in the kitchen.
And make a constitution save.
You feel your chest going. Where'd it get?
15, 16.
I got 17.
I rolled a 16.
Minus 2.
So 14.
Alright, y'all notice that these bats appear to fly towards you, but none of y'all are too afraid of it, and they go through you.
Batman, I
It
told
was an
you.
illusion. And actually, you hear that. You hear someone saying, Batman, I told you. And you look along the counter of the kitchen, and you see a whole bunch of jars. You see 16 jars
That's specific.
with 16
That's
hearts.
the souls.
And you see 4 things. One appears to contain a hand. One appears to contain an eyeball and a foot. And one very large seems to contain Bane.
Present again!
So at this point, I think we should test this out on Macho Man, and we should take the foot and the eyeball out of the jar and see if we can't reattach it.
Can I check for traps first
You
of
may.
the jars?
The Macho Man will outrun Swanson the Jet because if the Macho Man attempts to grab his foot and loses his foot there in return, the Macho Man will have to be stumping along.
Alright, so I rolled it.
You know what? The
Can I,
Macho Man is flogging his arm.
what do I add? Anything whenever I'm checking for traps?
You would, I would
Perception?
say you would add a insight.
Insight? Oh,
Yes.
what's plus 0? 10.
You can tell that these jars feel suspiciously warm. All of the hearts feel very, very warm. Whereas the jars that contain the hand and the other that contains the foot and the eye and the one that contains Bane appear very cold.
Which one do you open, Ron?
I'm gonna open the one with Macho Man's eyeball and foot.
So as you open the ones,
I'm Just like another jar watching. Why did you not choose me?
They were bad. You didn't need to be around that.
Then open the top of the bottle so I can at least.
I want to take Bane's jar and I want to stick it in my pocket.
You're gonna give me a goldfish's death. You shook me too much. Oh no, he went belly up.
As you open the jar, Macho Man, I need you to make a percentile roll. That's this one right here. I think.
Let me see what percent of my foot I get back. I just got a big toe now. The Macho Man is at 80%.
At 80%, your eye and your foot start to feel warm.
Oh yeah.
They vanish from the jar, and you have your eye and foot back again.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Stop
stand
it.
back! Give me the jar with my hand in it. I'm opening it up.
I grabbed the jar.
You put your foot on your eye.
I have a new way to kick ass. Yeah.
60.
As you open the jar, your hand starts to feel very warm.
Oh yeah, guys. I'm back in action.
Alright, I'm gonna try this with Bane.
Don't open it. That's what we call Pandora's box.
Too late. Too late.
Big. You just hear
Open
bacon on the
and put some arrows in this.
I got a 30.
This is not a respirator on my face. It is extremely painful.
As you open the jar, you feel the jar get really empty. You wake up in the living room, but you cannot feel your arm.
That's
Is that his trunk?
Yeah, it is 1973. I'm alive, I'm back. You ever seen my arm in one of those jars?
Alright. You wanna go down this hallway?
Well, we don't know what else is in there.
Okay, well,
Is there anything else in
I
there?
don't think we should open up hearts. Do you
It
think
might
we should
bring the
open
town
hearts?
people back.
The town people are dead and gone. It's
Yeah.
been 10 years.
I tried.
We just released
It was
their
my good.
ghost.
It was my good paladin spirit trying to help.
Except for the priest.
Oh.
He's just gonna be there forever.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, how many spirits?
20 is what they
There's
needed.
16 jars.
I know.
And there's 4 of us.
Yep.
I'm
Well,
beginning to
4.5 of us. I mean, 3.5 of us.
I'm beginning to think we were brought here on purpose.
I bet those kids are those jars.
We are running out of time. Alright.
I believe this is all the
We're
work.
ignoring you. Are you coming with me, Ron? Alright.
I was
hope
just
so.
What do I see down this hallway?
I was listening to you. Come back. Tell me what you were saying.
Bring us the formal.
I did not know a friend until I was but a man.
We got about 30 minutes.
So you notice doors right across from each other on both sides of the hallway.
Alright.
I go live here. No, I'm just kidding. We all
Let's go in this one.
Who died made you here?
As you go in, you
'Cause I'm
notice that the
awesome.
room is full of vines.
This is the danger.
It is full of. It is. And all the vines seem to be converging around a bed that is poised in the middle of the room.
Ooh!
If you see a green girl, don't kiss her.
You see.
Look, here, take this one.
The Macho Man chooses to go to sleep in the bed.
Well, as you go into the bed, you notice that it is occupied by a body.
The Macho Man lays down over.
Are you a kicker when you sleep?
The body is frozen into place, and it is a woman.
That is a goal.
Her eyes
Yeah, it's
are
Gertrude.
open wide, and she appears to be mouthing something over and over.
Can we tell what it is? Should we roll an investigation?
This is making it hard for the macho man.
You tried to smother her.
You
This
hear-
villain was like,
You hear screaming.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah,
no,
because you can't hear.
He can't hear.
So you can't sleep at all.
So are y'all going to get closer to
Yeah,
her?
we're gonna get closer to see if we can hear her.
I put the pillow over
Okay.
my head.
I'm about to hold the pillow over her face.
Alright, so we're closer now.
Okay, so
16.
as y'all are coming close, you remember that you can talk to ghosts.
I was doing an investigation check.
Oh, I thought you were just coming closer to listen.
Well, yeah, that too.
Okay.
So I didn't know if I need to do an investigation check with the bed as
I'll
well.
need to investigate to do this.
And she is whispering, please tell him to let me go. Tell him to let me go. Tell him to let me go.
Tell who? Tell who to let you go.
Ralphie,
Okay.
tell him to let me go. Let
Where's-
everyone go.
Do you know where Ralphie is?
The basement.
Oh, alright.
How do
We're
we
going
get
to the
the
basement.
to the back cave.
You go down this hall and there's a trap door. Please take this.
I'm laying
I
beside her.
can't move. But around my bed, there's a pendant. Show him and tell him to let us all go.
Okay. I investigated the bed and it was 16.
You found the pendant.
Okay. Oh, okay, that was it. Okay, pendant.
I was already in
Alright.
bed.
We asked her to repeat the
noticed the
directions.
pendant. We're going down the hall to this trap door.
Are you still in the bed?
I'm out. I got it. I can't really sleep with her. No, okay.
Screaming.
Strange ghost girls do not make me tired.
Alright, so I'm gonna go in the trap door first.
Alright.
The tube.
You notice that this room contains 20 very large glass cylinders. Each cylinder has a ghost inside.
Oh, I need
They are banging on the wall, they're screaming, they look to be in pain.
Look at him stuck in a glass container. How
There
pathetic.
are 4 empty ones.
So there's 20 full ones and 4 empty ones.
There's 20 in
16.
all, and there's 4 that are empty.
I feel like we should be sure not to die because I bet those 4 are for us.
I check to see. The macho man checks to see if we can get back out the same way we came in.
You can.
I'm gonna like roll investigation.
Y'all are running out of
If
time.
I was anyone else, I would just leave. Wait a minute.
That's terrible.
What were we supposed to take a picture of?
A ghost.
I'm taking a picture.
I already took a picture of the ghost crawling on the ground.
You didn't say that.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Well, the memory of mine is not very good since my flight shrunk. Who would pay $10,000 for a picture of one ghost when you can pay?
Oh my god, we are running out of time! Shut it up!
Investigate.
I never
I rolled
learned
a
the value of money.
I
when
rolled a
was
19.
prison.
Alright, you see at the very end of the other side of these 20 tubes, you see a figure. He appears to be waiting for you to approach him.
Is that Gregory?
I'm gonna put
Are you Gregory? Ask him if he's Gregory.
Alright, I'm gonna stand back because I'm.
You got the
I'm-
pendant. Alright,
Okay, I'm gonna give the
Alright.
pendant to you because I'm gonna stand back because I'm gonna do some stealth stuff if he tries to attack us.
I'm gonna take the
Alright.
pendant and approach him.
What do
If
you
things
say?
get bad, I'm starting
I'm
to
gonna
break
say-
the containers.
Gertrude said to show you this and to let everybody go and let her go.
And he approaches you. You notice that he appears to be moving and not moving at the same time.
He's kind of floating.
He's kind of floating. And he seems like he's fading in and out of sight. And when he speaks, it sounds like there's 16 people speaking with him.
Oh, all the other.
Yeah. That's what we were hearing, those voices. Bless you.
So what do they say?
They say, she talks to you
Yes. She did.
and she wants to be let go.
Yes. And she wants everyone else to let go too.
What do y'all think
But
about?
I'm so close. If I just get 4 more souls, I can release half of them to her and she can be with me again. Why would she? Are you trying to deceive me?
No, I'm trying to. Can I roll a persuasion?
Yes.
I have a, oh, never mind. Wait, my turn.
20.
The ghost of, well, he's not a ghost. He has, as he's letting everybody go, the knowledge flows into your head. Gertrude has been sick for a very long time. And under investigation, Ralphie, also known as Raphael, found that there was a ritual he could perform where if he killed 20 souls within an hour, and he could contain those souls within 2 vessels, they would be able to live forever. However, he was only able to complete the ritual halfway, but he didn't want to let the other souls go. So he contained them all within himself, and he froze his wife upon her death with these plants that he was also able to conjure up because he's been investigating some really bad things. But now everyone has been released. Congratulations. Y'all have
We did it.
survived.
We did it.
Except for Brian.
Let's not tell the guy about the Lazarus.
Wait. We didn't get to fight him?
Well, y'all rolled in that 20.
Hey, can we, I say we spend the rest of the game fighting the glass tubes.
They're
roll for
gone.
initiative.
Oh man, I had so much I wanted to do and say to him. I had the cream up my hand. I had the garbage can. Well,
right.
what was
How
the
about
tools
this?
for?
How about this?
If we
Me
did
and
have-
Macho Man are gonna fight.
See, I
Let's just pretend like I rolled a nat 1 and he attacked me, and we'll go from there.
Okay, alternate ending.
Okay.
Alternate.
Are
Take
y'all ready?
Rolls a nat 1 and then bangs over in the glass tube. What have you done?
We end up all dying on this. Alright. This is alternate ending.
Alternate ending.
Hold on. Just remember, y'all asked for this.
Oh yeah.
Well, we know we
He
really won. Just saying.
Y'all, he doesn't believe you. He rolled a nat 1. How dare you lie to me? And this sounds terrifying because remember, he has 16 voices along with his.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for initiative.
I take a bonus action. I take a bonus action to let them know that I'm unjustifiably in a position I'd rather not be. But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
I want to
Macho
say we'll
Madness
have
has got-
about 5 minutes. I want to say.
Macho Madness has got more to offer than Raphael. And let me tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage and Raphael. Let me tell you something. The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision to keep these souls. I am the cream of the World Wrestling Federation, and there is no doubt about it. Yeah, Mean Green, you know I'm the cream of the crop. And I bust out my metal chair
Oh, it is my
for
hand.
1d12 plus 2. No.
Where'd you find it?
No, I bust out my extra large Slim Jim for 2d6 plus 2.
Maybe
2d6.
Yeah, I think I just wrote something weird.
Here.
I just don't remember writing.
Well, I want it to be funny.
9.
And you just
I
attacked?
got
Hold
11.
on, you gotta roll a hit.
What is it?
A 2.
You don't hit.
Oh wait, hold on. Plus 5?
7. You said this hit.
You don't hit.
Alright, let's kill him quick. We don't have much time.
Oh.
She got a 9.
Yeah, I got a 9. Plus 6. I'm using my crossbow.
Wait, what's 9 plus 6?
15. Hold on.
You don't
Plus, hold on.
You want?
I'm proficient with crossbow, so plus 3. So, what is that? 18.
Where you see your proficiency at?
I think that's it.
You don't hit.
1911.
It would be
18.
nice if you weren't attacking this person who has a bunch of ghosts in him and has advantage on and has a very high resistance for non-magical attacks.
In another reality, we've already won.
But perhaps if you had some water to spread onto your weapons, you
Some
would be
holy
able
water.
to hit him.
Alright.
And it is his turn.
He can go screw himself.
But I still have the holy tears.
We still have the holy tears. We still have the holy water. You holy tears.
And he attacks the Macho Man. Does 16 hit?
The Macho Man is at 16.
Alright, so your just macho-ness just blocks him.
I put on my bicep and it bounces off. Cause comparatively speaking, Raphael, you were nothing but garbage.
You brought a trash can.
Here's your crying towel. For after the battle.
Alright. And it is Bane's turn?
Yeah.
Bane's
Hey, do you want this metal weapon I just threw some salt and holy water on?
I rolled a 4.
Do you want this metal weapon?
Yeah, I'll say that.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And I put my salt and turn. Holy water on.
Hold on, you
Fuck!
gotta
Two.
What?
Does a 4 hit?
No.
I want to hold the pendant up
Use the holy tears.
in his direction and see what his reaction is.
And as you hold the pendant up, it starts to grow hot in your hand. The pendant shakes. And light seems to envelop it. Gertrude is standing before you.
That's right.
And he will refuse to attack you.
So now can I use my holy tears?
Oh, you
Then
have
you
the
did-
holy tears?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he had them.
No, we all switched over these papers.
Oh, okay.
You weren't ready for that. And we all got salt, and we split everything else
So
up.
with the holy tears, I just roll the percentile dice.
Yes.
For 50% damage? It'll take off half his
No,
life.
if depending on what you roll, if you roll above a 50, you will get. Dang it! Somebody help me. 50.
What?
If you roll above a 50,
Right.
under a 50. If you roll under a 50, you will give him 50% damage. If you roll above a 50,
Give him 100.
then you are going to have that much less damage. I left my paper.
What? He got 100.
Or is it the reverse way?
I think
it
it
might
I think
be
you're
the
saying
reverse
it.
way.
I'm pretty
You
sure
said you
it's
rolled
right.
above
Okay.
50
so he got
full
100,
damage.
so he got half damage for sure.
Okay, so you do have half damage. Friends, this is why you don't get sick. You can't think.
Medicine bamboozles your mind. So he's
Alright.
at half his life now?
Yes, because he does not move because he held up the locket. So
Okay.
it doesn't resist. So he is now at what's 112 minus half of it?
56. 56.
Yeah.
He is now at 56 health.
Thanks, Ron.
Hey, anything for you guys.
And you have
Yeah,
Come to my
maybe
woodworking
5
shop
minutes,
later and I'll.
Alright, let's go. I'm rolling. 15. I'm
doesn't
trying to cross over you. Oh,
did
plus
you put,
6.
Oh, did you put holy water in?
Yeah.
And salt.
I
You put
did
holy
get
water
it
salt on
all
everything.
myself. Plus 6 is 21. Plus 3, 24.
You hit.
Okay. 1d6 plus 3.
Hurry.
I'm trying. Oh, 6. 9. I just did 9 damage. And then, hold on. I'm doing 3D. I'm doing my sneak attack. Because can I move that? No, I'm going to use the same weapon. That's what I do. So I'm going to 3d6 damage with one creature with a finesse range weapon. 6, 9, 10. So 19 damage.
How much did he have?
56
56.
minus 19.
Minus 19. Okay. I got it.
What's he
37. Alright, let's go. Go. Go, Macho. Go, Macho. Go, Macho.
Ooh, I got a D20. I got a nat 20.
Alright.
5.
Plus 5 plus 2 more 7. So I do double damage, right? 14? That's a nat 20?
Yeah.
14.
14.
And I had salt and holy water.
So 37 minus 14.
I'm
Is
gonna
what?
have you.
23?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
No, it's our turn.
He is still frozen, staring at his wall.
Okay, go.
Oh, can I count that or roll again?
You roll again.
I did a 14. Now I'm gonna do 2 attacks. I get an extra attack.
Hold on,
since I'm a
plus-
fighter.
Plus what?
I did.
7. Are you
yeah,
using your
plus
great
7.
sword?
I'm using my great sword.
So 7, 21,
And I do
plus
2
3
D6s.
proficiency, so 24.
That hits.
Okay, now I'm attack again. Because I got an extra attack.
I don't know, you don't do that when
No,
you
you-
do you don't
you
have
just
to
get
roll twice. It's just an extra attack and you get it. So 7,
And 7 again.
so 14. So 23 minus 14, 9.
It's all you, John.
9.
It's all you, John.
Ah!
6, 9,
Plus what?
5.
14, 15, 16, 17 is your proficiency because you're level.
Yeah.
You got 20.
20. He hits.
No,
No, I had 17.
Blocked.
Bro.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't attack you. No.
Yeah, he
11,
Blocked. He
plus
was-
6, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Hits.
About 30 seconds.
2, plus 3, 5. And I'm going to do my extra attack. 5, 7, 10, 12.
That was literally that's the last thing you hit.
I drop an atomic elbow on Gertrude.
Oh, Gertrude!
I break Bane on my I break Macho Man's back.
You can't break my back while I'm dropping it.
That was epic.
Gertrude crumbles to the floor. She is dust, and all of the souls that were in the columns turn to dust as well.
I collect her ashes because she's.
They are not
Nothing
released,
but garbage.
but they have ceased to exist altogether for all time and eternity.
That was the match the whole world,
Wow.
Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus was waiting for. Oh, the darkness.
I feel like that was pretty epic.
I like
Happy Halloween!